So I'm running a little low on time, so we got to get to the
advantage
next.
Notre Dame certainly for this one.
No question.
All right. And then this one, as these are always the shorter ones, this isn't even close.
No. I mean, there's so many triple-digit numbers over there for Virginia when we're talking about total defense. And look, are Notre Dame's numbers where I would like them to be, where I think they could be? No, they're not. But they're light years better than what Virginia has. I mean, light years better. I mean, this isn't even close for me. I mean, look, I guess if we're going to dive into the numbers specifically, the only thing that Virginia does well, and I did notice that a little bit in the games that I was watching, sometimes teams get bogged down in the red zone against this team.
Because here's why. Everything we just talked about, right? They're big, they're physical.
Correct.
They're big and physical at corner, they're big and physical at safety, they're big and physical at linebacker. When you can't run, like in the red zone, you can't there's not as much room to force them to chase. Your speed is negated. And that's exactly right. It's a great observation, Vince. And the numbers back that up. Their red zone defense is good and their red zone touchdown defense is good because of the fact that they're big and physical.
Right.
You've got to have some creativity there. And of course, Notre Dame's red zone offense and defense hasn't been good. This is the matchup that right there. Look, if Notre Dame's scoring offense is better than their scoring defense, Notre Dame's total offense is way better than their total defense. Notre Dame doesn't turn it over a ton. They don't force turnovers.
Right.
The third downs are similar. Notre Dame should have a lot of success there, but the red zone one is the big key for me because if Notre Dame has 4 scoring drives in the first half or 5 scoring drives in the first half, but 3 of them end in field goals or 4 of them end in field goals,
or
Virginia may have a lead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Might be losing.
You've got to have touchdowns.
Playing. Yeah,
and that's the other thing is you've got to score touchdowns because that's going to help your defense. If Notre Dame can put some points on the board early and create some distance and then force Virginia to be a passing team, a heavy passing team, then Notre Dame can pin their ears back and attack Brennan Armstrong. That's where Notre Dame really pulls this thing away. And that's going to be the key because if you look at Virginia's losses, a lot of their losses that they lose by a bunch of points, they got pulled away from late because they were playing catch up the whole game.
Right.
You know, North Carolina was that way. Wake Forest was that way. BYU was that way. You know, it was kind of a back and forth affair early, but Virginia just kept trying to keep up with BYU. And eventually BYU was able to pull ahead. And a couple turnovers by Brennan Armstrong allowed BYU to really take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So, and that's the other thing is they will turn it over on offense. Virginia will. They will. And that's an area where you say, okay, well, they're as good as Brennan Armstrong has been this year, Vince. He's thrown 8 picks in 9 games.
And this is why, for me. And I'm not saying it's the make or break in this game, but if Kyle Hamilton can play in this game, it's a ball game because I think he gets a pick or 2 in this game. I do, or he just his presence alone forces picks other places, right? Because Armstrong's going to be afraid to go anywhere near 14, and he should be. But I just think that his presence alone is going to be huge.
Because Virginia's turned it over 13 times in 9 games.
Yeah.
Right. And when that happens, this is a big part of the matchup that's not reflected in these numbers. Your sudden change offense has to be great.
Right.
When you get the ball on a short field, you got to get 6.
Right.
That's got to be a big part of this. And I think the Notre Dame defense will force a turnover at some point in time, and especially in the first half, or get a big stop where you pin them deep and you punt and you get the ball near midfield. Those are both sudden change situations. In those instances, the Notre Dame offense they need to convert with touchdowns.
Absolutely.
If they can do that, then I think this is a game that they can win relatively comfortably.
Agreed.
If they can't do that, then Virginia can not only make this a game, but Virginia can pull an upset because we're making it sound like Virginia sucks because we're only focusing on one side of the ball in this matchup.
The defense does.
Their defense is awful, awful. But the reason they're 6-3 is because they can score on everybody.
Right.
And that's the danger. So the offense has to be the defense's best. The Notre Dame offense has to be the Notre Dame defense's best friend this week. You got to come out, score early, score fast. You can't have the missed opportunities like you had against Navy. You can't have the missed opportunities like you had against North Carolina. You have to come out and you have to put pedal to the metal, get the crowd out of the game, put the ball in the end zone, get Virginia on their heels, create doubt in Virginia's minds. about, hey, y'all, sorry, you're having a great year, but you have no chance today. And that's what Notre Dame has to do. But so this is another advantage Notre Dame. So that's going to do it for our stacking up breakdown. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And if you haven't signed up, sign up for the Irish Breakdown message board. I'm going to put a link to our message board at the bottom. And if you want to sign up, we've had a lot of people sign up this week, which I greatly appreciate. I'm seeing more and more people from the YouTube channel starting to sign up for the message board, which we greatly appreciate. So really diving into the full Irish Breakdown community aspect, which we greatly appreciate. And we just continues to help us grow and grow and grow and grow. So that's it. Tomorrow's one is going to be a lot more fun to talk about, Vince. The matchup of the Notre Dame defense and the Virginia offense is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I'm watching Virginia's defense today, and I'm just like disgusted. Like, I texted you, I feel like I get dumber watching this defense play. It's just so bad. Tomorrow's going to be a different story. Their offensive staff right now is putting some really fun stuff on the field. I cannot wait to dive even further into their offensive film tonight and talk about what's made them so dynamic on offense this year, because they are dynamic when Brennan Armstrong is back there. So I'm looking forward to that. That will be our topic of conversation tonight. And there might, I'm not guaranteeing, but there might be a podcast tonight where we talk about another Notre Dame sport and something that may happen tonight. So pay attention to Twitter and hit the notification bell, because if that happens, we might, again, I'm still trying to line some things up, not guaranteeing it. We might do something tonight about that. So anyway, for Vince up there, I'm Bryan. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you again very, very soon.